tonight in November. Snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Wilson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
12, 11 mighty.
Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. 11 empty. Burrow will throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. 11. Wilson is in for a Lions touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards in the first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
His pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Again, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Ken Walker. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Oh, this is blocked. The Lions pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they are on a first or second seed come playoff time.
11, Thomas.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Wilson. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. 11. They'll go for it. This is Wilson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. It's Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. First down. Here's Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
On one, ready?
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And here Here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
That's out to the left, flat and complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
11 MP, 11 MP. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
11 MP, take 12. 12, 12. 11 MP, 11 MP. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
2nd down, this is Wilson.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
11, 11. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
A give. This is Wilson.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll try and run with Wilson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Cedric Wilson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. We'll get second and 8.
From the 44, Jackson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go, here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And some room to maneuver. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example.
Here we go.
They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. The poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
They'll run. Here's Wilson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Here we go, here we
Now
go.
from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Another carry for Wilson.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On third down, here's Wilson. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on third and goal.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Sticking with Walker on second down. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch and at the 24-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
Number 9, Kenneth Walker, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's James. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
They go play action with Jackson. Flush to his right. James has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 22.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Again, Walker.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
63 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A loss of 2 brings up
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
11.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now Jackson. And Woods has it complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle. With the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Lions, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.